Your social media manager isn't the only marketing tool you need.
Yeah.
Social media management and managers really only take the headache of having to figure out what to do online off of you. You can do a nice photo shoot of your product, but then if you are not selling it, if you're not telling any story for the end user to be like interested in, I'm sorry, nobody cares. Businesses should be aware that hiring a social media manager does not mean your business is going to catapult.
Hello guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Brand Up Podcast, where we are diving deep into social media marketing with a twist. It is not just about the likes and shares here, it's about creating meaningful and positive impact in the society and on social media. Join us as we explore the landscape of social media management and leveraging the power of social media for good. So before we dive in, social media, good old social media. I mean, gone are the days where social media was just about cute cat videos, dog videos, funny memes. Now social media is a doorway to a very huge global market. And once again, let me introduce our guest speaker for the day. So yeah. Yaira, she's an expert in social media who makes businesses online thrive on social media. So we have here with us Yaira. Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
And how's life treating you?
Life is okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So who are you? Who's Yaira?
I am a lot of things, but
Okay.
then inside all those things, I am a social media marketer, manager, expert, you would say. I've worked in social media for the past 5 years. I started it as a hobby, mainly because I just liked being online. So yeah, that's how it began. And then as time went on, I started getting recommendations from mostly friends and people who were close to me that, oh, because you do this thing so much, you should look into making money out of it. And then that's kind of how it began. And then, yeah, here I am.
How's the journey been so far? 5 years, that's a whole lot of life.
The journey has been interesting. It's a lot of ups and downs. It's a lot of learning. You never stop learning. It's like being in school every day. You never stop learning because social media is ever changing. New things are popping up every single day. So it's like a marathon basically, and you have to like keep up to it.
Okay, so what do you exactly do? You said yes, social media manager.
I basically help businesses manage their presence online, so they can have time to do other things offline to market their businesses. So I manage their page. I build strategies for them to thrive online. I manage some of their communities. Some, because it's not every business owner that will allow you to have access to their audience.
Exactly.
So for some of them, it's just posting. For some, it's like managing the entire thing from like the posts that go out all the way to responding to customers and then doing customer service and all of that. Yeah.
You're saying so when it comes to social media management, you should know all these things, have a good customer service.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay. So what are some of the emerging trends in social media you think businesses should be conversant with?
There are so many emerging trends. I personally don't think every business is going to be able to be a part of every single emerging trend because there are certain trends that work for some industries better and there are certain trends that just don't work for any. I think at the moment, it's video content. It's video content because recently I was talking to a friend and then we're talking about how an end user or somebody online will actually stop and watch 30 seconds of a video than read a 30-second flyer. So video content is thriving online right now. And I think a lot of businesses should look into like doing more video content for their businesses because, again, people have very short attention span online right now. So you want to be able to catch their attention for like the short period of time that they spare you while they are scrolling through their feed. So yeah, Video content.
Yeah, that brings me back to the difference between content marketing and social media marketing. Is there a difference?
Slightly, yeah. Social media marketing is the entire package. It's outside of just the content that goes online. It's more of, okay, there are so many components to social media marketing. I recently made a post about the various components of a social media managing business. So let me just break that down.
Okay.
So the first thing you even need, well, it's not the top tier thing you need, but one of the things you actually need to be an effective social media manager is copywriting. You need to be able to know how to tell stories. You need to be able to know how to like sell to the end user using language, basically. So copywriting is like a key element. You know, when you're scrolling through Reels or TikTok, you see these videos where there's no caption. Either that or the caption is written in a strange language. And then everybody in the comments is like, what is happening? Right? As social media managers, we want to be people that answer the what is happening question. You want to be able to say, okay, this is like a video, and then this is what the video is about. And then if you need to know more, here's where to go, right? So copywriting is like one of the key things that every social media manager needs, and every business even needs for their presence to thrive online. You also need to be able to just create good content, right? We see a lot of content online, good, bad, really exceptional, and then really bad content. As a social media manager, you need to be able to have an eye for what is good content. One prime example I use when I'm creating content for brands is that, will I click that? If I am scrolling and that pops up, am I gonna click it, or am I gonna scroll away? Because I am also somebody's end user. I'm also somebody's target market. So like just being able to have an eye for good content is also like a key thing. Also, you should be able to read analytics. You should be able to look at your client's page and say that, okay, for the past few months, we've posted 10 videos, 10 photos, 10 flyers. How have these things worked? How did our audiences respond to this kind of content? And then from that, he can deduce, okay, I think we should go heavy on videos because people are accepting more, or I think we should go heavy on text because people are interacting with those more. I know that in today's social media algorithm battle, there's the, don't post text-based content because nobody is going to read all that, right? But then there are pages that thrive solely on text content. They've not even posted one. No, on Instagram. On Instagram, there are pages that thrive mainly on text content. They've not posted one single video ever since Reel was invented, but they are thriving. It's because there are dynamics to how you put out the content. There are dynamics to how you market, right? That kind of brings me back to the question you asked about what's the difference between social media marketing and content marketing. With social media, all the various things I have mentioned from like the skills you need come into play. But with content marketing, the focus is on the content. So that's why you see a business that had a social media manager and a content marketer. But in today's world, a lot of businesses just kind of bully you to be the content marketer and the social media manager. So yeah, there is a difference because one is like a whole thing, and then the other is also like a whole separate thing. And to be able to like master each of them, you need to like separately study what social media marketing is and then what content marketing is.
So before, I mean, growing up, I've always wanted to start my own, studying because I like perfumes, makeup, and all of that. And it was just a hobby. I was like, why not? So my friend suggested, why not take it up on social media, have an online presence for people to know your brand and all of that. So I'm like, I don't have any experience. What am I going to do? The basics I have was just, I know Instagram, you just post share. Like, that was it. Yeah. And it was, for me, it was just post for people to, I literally didn't know the basics of social media management. And yeah, so it was just like, I'm just posting my products. It was more of WhatsApp because, people have their numbers there.
It's more direct.
More direct, exactly. But when it came to Instagram and other social media platforms, so are you saying people should have like experience in these things before they, venture into social media marketing? Yeah. Okay. And beyond posting content here, what are the key responsibilities a social media manager should or that many businesses might own should be aware of?
I think if you're a business and you're hiring a social media manager, I know sometimes it's easy to say, oh, you're a social media manager, all you do is sit on your phone and scroll TikTok. They don't even put it, you just scroll through TikTok and Reels. But there is a lot that goes into just handling a business online. There's research.
Right.
Before you take up any new business, you're going to research that industry. What is working? Who is thriving? What is the competition? What are they doing differently? What is my clients doing differently? How can we match up to that? How can we get better, right? So there is a lot of research work that goes into just, like I said in the beginning, it's a lot of learning. It is constant learning. So you're going to like read a lot. You're going to Google a lot of things.
Be online a lot of time.
Yeah, be online a lot of times. And so businesses should be aware that, like business owners should be aware that your social media manager is not mainly just a poster.
Yeah.
They are your business strategists for online, for your online presence. So they are doing research and they are learning about your business. They are working strategies that will help your business thrive online. I have had clients in the past where we have a strategy and then I wake up in the morning and they've posted something. And then I'm like, ma'am, why are you posting something out of the calendar? Business owners should know that you don't just get up and post. There is like a strategic system as to, okay, we're going to post 3 videos today. Stick to that, right? Business owners should know and respect that. And also basically just understand that your social media manager isn't the only marketing tool you need.
Yeah.
That is like 10% of your entire marketing arsenal. You still need to do offline marketing. You still need to run ads. You still need to do a whole lot of things. So social media management and managers really only take the headache of having to figure out what to do online off of you.
Right.
So they are not coming to change your entire business by posting one picture, right? We are only like a fraction of what the online marketing entire strategy is. So businesses should be aware that hiring a social media manager does not mean your business is going to catapult. We're not magicians.
Right.
I'm sorry. We're not magicians. And we are also constantly learning, right? So there are going to be downs, there are going to be ups, right? You're going to post a video that goes viral. You're going to post a video that flops, right? And it should be totally normal. Business owners should understand that at this point, it's not even in our control. We do not control whether you blow up online. I've turned out clients that asked me in the first discovery meeting, how many followers am I gonna get? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't continue with this conversation. Because I cannot guarantee you followers. I cannot guarantee you likes and engagement. I can guarantee you good content online that can lead to these things, right? So business owners need to understand like all these things that compile together that just stress social media. Like, I think those are like key things that businesses need to like understand.
Yeah, let's talk about engagements and what are some of the creative ways that social media managers can foster a strong community around brands. Yeah, I'll say.
I think one thing that is overlooked a lot online is building community. And building communities come from a lot of strategic campaigns online. It's not just from mainly posting your product. I tell a lot of businesses I work with that for your business to thrive, you need to create an experience for your end user. Because online scrolling through their feeds do not necessarily care about your beautiful packaging.
Right.
There's like 1% of your end users that care how aesthetic your product looks. They want to know how it makes them feel. If I eat your gari, am I going to fly?
Some people are really attracted to, the aesthetics of.
Oh, there are, but then there's like very small percentage, right? I know that a lot of work goes into the design, but then if you don't tell the story around the design, nobody cares, really. Nobody's going to say that, oh, that design is nice, I like it. There are some industry where that will work, maybe like a furniture industry. If I like the aesthetic of a chair, I'm going to purchase it, right? But then if you're selling Gary and then you want to put it in a nice packaging and say this is Gary, I can equally go to the market and buy it. So what is the difference? You need to like solve a problem for the end user. That is what a lot of businesses don't see. They want to post about all the functions of their product. They want to post about all the nice features, but they're not telling the end user that if you use my product, your life is going to be 10 times easier. They're not saying, oh, if you buy my Gary, you don't have to clean it. They're not saying, if you buy my Gary, by the time you put it in the cup, it's soaking.
You don't have to eat what you eat.
Exactly. You're not giving the end user anything solid here to stay on, to be able to like buy your products. It's just like one of the many products being marketed online. So I think one thing that businesses and social media managers really need to explore is storytelling around the product, creating an emotional factor around the things that you're selling outside of just merely blasting the products into people's faces. You can do a nice photo shoot of your product, but then if you are not selling it, if you're not telling any story for the end user to be like interested in, I'm sorry, nobody cares, right?
If you stayed with us to this point, that means you're enjoying the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and let us know what you think in the comment section. Yeah, and that brings me back to the community engagement. Yeah, how are you able to manage, comments, negative comments when it comes to the brand? Not only that, but you as a social media person. So people, as you mentioned earlier, people come to you, just social media manager. Like society really looks down upon like you don't do much. What do you do? You're just a social media manager. You just scroll on social media and does it. And how do you manage those comments? Because sometimes like I can imagine it's really.
I think when I started, it really got to me. Every time someone said, oh, you just post online, or you're always just scrolling online, or every time you're on your phone, they're like, you're not even doing anything, you're just on your phone. But I am a weird person. That gave me the fool to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
So from there on, I started taking on more businesses. I started posting my work. I started showing the people who think I'm just on my phone, listen, this is what I do. And I thrive at it.
Exactly.
Right? So I am a very competitive person. So I am not going to like battle you, but I'm going to show you that you're wrong. I'm going to prove to you that the thing you say I suck at, I'm actually pretty good at it. And it's just managing people's expectations. I don't think you can ever manage people's expectations. Unfortunately for us in our side of the world, you're not that much of a big deal if you're a social media manager. I think right now in like the new Gen Z era, there is more recognition for things like that. There is more respect if you say you work in digital. But then it's still not as much as it is compared to the Western world, right? Exactly. If you work in social media manager, you don't even get enough income to just sustain that. You need something by the side, right? So I think for me, it's just knowing that people are people and they're going to have their opinions. But what matters is, are you being a social media manager? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Or you're just putting on a facade that you're a social media manager and you're not really doing anything? So I think it boils down to you personally. Your conviction is what would decide whether those comments will get to you or not.
Yeah. And responding to crisis and the negative comments
online, on business pages. If people are people, man.
Right.
They're going to say the things they're going to say. I feel like in one way or the other, you can always control these comments. I personally, what I do is Instagram has this feature that mutes certain keywords. So the very vague ones like the F word and all those ones. Yeah, exactly. I don't even delete it. I mute it. So if you comment something like that, it's not even going to show on your page because they are restricted keywords. But then in cases where somebody has a bad experience with the brand and then they are commenting, you just need to respond politely and let them know that your team will reach out to them and get it done, right? People will always be sad, but then you don't want to. Sometimes the frustration they are bringing on you, cry, is not from the thing they bought from you.
Right.
They brought it from somewhere. And they are
frustrated.
They're bringing that to you. So you just need to channel your customer service personnel and then get it and then get in there. Like respond as politely as you can. Be patient with them. Try and understand why that person is complaining. I know it's easy to say, oh, but these people, every time they come, they have the same complaint.
And at times, like, you clearly state a caption, everything is inside, and someone comes to your DM and comes to ask, I'm like, people just can't read.
They don't. So that is why you're managing the page. That is why you are the manager. Yeah. So you tell them, hi, kindly refer to the caption, or just give them the information firsthand again when they ask, because clearly that person is a potential user. They are seeking interest in the business. So you don't want to use your frustration to sack them, right? You want to
lead them.
Yeah. So it's just be patient as you can be. Try and understand the person's problem, their crisis, whatever it is, and then just help as much as you can. Then when you go home, you can scream in a peer.
Exactly. So measuring social media can be very tricky. So what do you think are some of the key metrics that businesses can be or should focus on to understand the impact of social media or social media strategy?
Metrics. First of all the answers you need in your analytics.
Right.
A lot of businesses don't look there. Also, they just look at the likes and they say
exactly.
But then all the answers that you need for whether your content is doing well or not, Instagram has made it easy for you. It's in your analytics. You take that information, you spread it out, and then you see where you can improve. And also a lot of the feedback we need are in the comments.
Yeah.
If you post a video and you do DM for price, and 20 people ask in the comments,
I'm going to even text you.
And 20 people ask in the comments, how much is this?
Right.
That should tell you. I think people want to see the price
so
in the caption, right? So a lot of the answers we need as to what can we do better or what should we do next are in your comments. If you are not getting comments, I think just genuinely ask the people around you what they think. Right. Because a lot of times people are watching. You don't know, but people are watching and people are like spectating. So first of all, use your analytics in Instagram. Look at the times that your posts have done well. What did you do differently? Like take each post and break it down. That okay, when I posted A, well, how did I write the caption? What tone did I use?
Right.
What keywords did I use? What hashtags did I use? What did the content in itself look like? Right. Those are like factors that determine why a post did well or not. There are some other times where also a post just goes wild. Like this strawberry video on TikTok, strawberry and chocolate video that has over 20 million views.
Right.
For no freaking reason.
Right.
There's no reason why that video should blow up. But then again, it's just the interaction. One person did it, other people think it's cool.
So you're saying that the engagement and the interaction is what the algorithm pushes you.
That's what it pushes. That's why a lot of times you see people say the first 3 seconds of your content is what will make somebody stay on it or not, right? So look at your analytics. Actually, like, apply the things you're reading about or learning about. There are so many gurus online these days that come and say, let me show you 5 ways to go viral.
Everyone, the challenge.
There are. Like filter out the information that is useful to you. I'm always saving things, but every one of us have a problem. We save things and never go back and read. Actually go back and read this.
Right.
Watch the videos, all the things you're saving. Like the answers you need are right in front of your eyes. And everybody will not go viral.
No.
Everybody wouldn't blow up. Everybody wouldn't get 20,000 followers overnight. But then as long as you are selling,
Right.
you're doing something right. So look at those metrics and then use those to improve the business. Use those to make things better for the content that you put
how
out.
consistent you are also.
Yeah, because consistency. There's this creator that I followed for a while. I had followed her for over a year, and then she had like close to 400 followers like that entire year. And then she decided she was gonna post every day for 30 days. By day 28, the girl blew up. She had like over 30K followers overnight. People were like all over her page. As we speak right now, she's at around 100K followers. Consistency is key, but then don't be consistent and be posting rubbish.
Yeah.
And then also there's consistency and frequency. Consistency means showing up and providing value. But frequency means, Monday to Friday, I'm going to post. So anything that comes in and you post it, right? There's like a way, like a balance in there that you need to keep. Be consistent, be frequent, but then when you do show up, provide value, right? And not just value you went to steal from someone else's post.
Right.
The value you actually provide from your head. Like there's a thing people do online that they steal people's content down to caption, detail, hashtags, everything. But like you can take inspiration from somebody, but don't steal from them. Steal from them.
You don't do that.
Don't do that. So yeah, like that's pretty much it.
A teammate of mine was having a conversation with this brand where he was trying to convince her. I mean, her food is very good. So he was trying to convince her to have an online presence, create a social media platform. And this lady it was the whole back and forth. It's like she's really not, in as much as she believes social media, it's a good to create an online presence and get people to purchase her. She doesn't think it's like really necessary. It's like she wasn't so much convinced. I don't see why I should do social media with whatever I'm doing because my business is like already thriving. So why go to social media?
I will be controversial and side with you, right? Okay. Every business doesn't need to be online. I feel like there is enough businesses online already. Not to ruin the job of social media managers, but every business will not be online. There are businesses that are doing really well just because they've built a community offline, even before the existence of social media, right? If that is working for you, fine. But then you can add social media as a plus, just in case somebody's looking for you.
Right.
Just in case one of your people lose their way and they're trying to find you. You have social media, your details are there, they can reach out to you, right? Even outside of that, I know there are businesses that have built email funnels where they have over 4,000 of their users in their emails. Just in case Instagram decides not to work again and they say we are taking our platform
That's
like there's a funnel that you can use to reach your users, right? That is like a whole nother conversation.
I always say I can't imagine if Instagram or social media decides to shut down for like a period amount of what are we going to do?
I think they've done it before. Meta was down recently, I think last week, for like a few hours. Everybody was panicking. People were refreshing their feeds.
Right.
That is what happens when you don't build any other funnel outside of, because social media is not yours. The platform is not yours. You're not paying for it. Exactly. So when they now decide to take it off, you need another funnel of how you reach your users, of how you sell the things that you have. Imagine social media is the only way that you've decided you sell your product. If they even disable your accounts right now, that is why we see businesses come and they say, they are packed my accounts. I'm starting from zero.
That's so painful.
Also, that's not social media manager's fault that they hacked your account. But I just think that exactly. I just think that not everybody can be on social media, but everybody should be. Every business, if you're running a business that has an end user, you should be online. You should have a presence where like your users can experience online.
Okay, so let's imagine like a small business owner, right? On a very tight budget, and this person is trying to should I say, what are some of the cost-effective ways they can leverage on social media to make like a very big impact with their business?
Now, when you're a small business, half of the time you won't be able to afford a social media manager. And that is fine, because some of the best social media managers were born from entrepreneurs who were running their own business, right? So what you have to now do is learn the job of a social media manager. Learn how to manage a business online, rather than just showing up and posting food today, and then tomorrow you post a video of your cat. Then the next day you post a video of a shoe you bought.
Right.
It is not your personal page. Like, you should treat your social media as a community where people interact with the things that you post, right? So I was watching this video of this woman complaining online that she does not want to go viral because sometimes you are a fitness influencer or fitness content creator. Then you post a cute video of your dog and that blows up and you go viral for that. Now, 10,000 people followed you
because
see pictures and videos of your dog.
Exactly.
And then the next day, you post a fitness videos and they're like, why am I following you? Then people start unfollowing you. And then you're like, why are people following you? Why are people? It's because you are not posting the thing they came to see, right? So even blowing up online is like, it has to be strategic. The truth, the pure truth is, every business cannot afford a social media manager, but that does not stop you from learning. There are so many free resources. There's YouTube. These days, there's TikTok. There's literally AI to help you. But AI's topic is even more controversial another time. But like, there are so many tools that can help you leverage your business online as a small business on a tight budget, right? So all you have to learn. Like, something has to give. You have to learn. You have to, if you cannot pay somebody who has taken the time to learn all these things and then just apply to your business, you have to go ahead and say, okay, how do I create a nice photo? How do I create a nice video? There are creators that are constantly giving out free value. Look up those people, learn from them. Like, don't just sit there and expect a miracle to happen. If you're on a tight budget, you have to act like you're on a tight budget, right? So I think social media's conversation is like very vast. It's very broad. There are so many sectors to it, but then the key is that you, the business owner, need to be as willing to learn just as the social media manager, so that when they say something, you also understand. I know you're paying, but then you need to be a par. Just so we are not talking to a brick wall. So yeah, that's it.
We are signing off, but the journey to collective growth still continues. Don't forget to use your platforms wisely and responsibly. See you in the next episode. Till then, bye.